Questions for Coach? We'll start up front.
Hey, Peter. I've got kind of a two-parter. With all the excitement of overtime the other night, never got a chance to ask. Just curious about what went into the decision to scratch Kakko. And then the second part with the VC news, just some of the factors that you're considering about how to replace him, especially thinking about the PK. I know he's one of the 6 guys you usually use there, so who could maybe elevate in that spot?
With regard to the decision on a lineup, I'm allowed 12 forwards, and so we made a decision to put Matt back in the lineup. Oftentimes, when somebody goes into the lineup, there's a decision that has to be made on somebody else. It wasn't, because we were banged up, so I needed to make a decision. There's a lot of things that factor into these decisions. We don't take them lightly, and so we made a decision that was capital. With regard to VC being out of the lineup, there are things that he brings to the table with regard to the way he plays, the checking line, the penalty kill, and so everything factors into who comes back into the lineup. But the good thing is we were, up until Jimmy, we were getting healthier and healthier by the day, and so there are decisions to be made when we're talking about a replacement.
I guess, do you see yourself maybe leaning on the 5 forwards, the other 5 forwards a lot on the PK, or is there another guy? Because I can't really think of anybody who's done a lot of it this year besides those 6.
Yeah, I mean they've done the bulk of the heavy lifting, and so those guys will probably look to take on a lot of it. And so, but there are other guys that sit in the meetings as well. They work on it in practice.
Stay on the right, Peter.
I guess with a younger guy like Kakko, just how do you kind of approach those conversations of him being scratched and going
I mean, there was conversations beforehand, there's conversations afterwards, and that's just part of the communication between a coach and a player. I don't think players necessarily have to like it, but there are decisions that have to be made. There's just, in order to get one person in, one person's got to come out. It's just simple math.
Questions for Coach? Left side, second row.
With Vesey being a lefty, just in terms of logistic, will it be easier for you to go back with another lefty? Rempe is a righty also, so will it be harder to insert a guy like Wheeler who's a righty?
There's a lot of players. I'm not, the decision won't necessarily be on whether somebody's a left shot or a right shot. There's lots of guys that can move from position to position. So, when we do fill the spots, we try to put the best lineup in there. Sometimes, sometimes it factors in a little bit, that decision left and right, but that won't be the deciding factor.
Okay, there are no more questions. Oh, one more, last one, Dan.
Just wanted to what you've seen from Blake since the injury to now. Could have been very easy to just be like, this is significant, this is season ending, yet here he is. Mm-hmm. What have you seen? What does that tell you about what the guy is if he does get a chance to play?
His work ethic has been incredible. The commitment that he made to come back from such an injury has been amazing to watch. His drive and his motivation, and it's all been to give himself a chance and an opportunity to play games. And so now that he's back, this is not far off from where we were with other players that were off significantly. We want to make sure that when they do come back, they're also effective inside the game. And every day he's working hard, really hard, to get back to where he was prior to the injury. And there's been significant strides with that.
Okay, thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Thank you.